winding up this week. It is Friday, it's the 13th. Don't even worry about it. We're getting close to the end of Mood for a Day. Actually, I think we have most of the parts now, and then there's some things that happen the second time around that are a little bit different than the first. And that will be coming up soon. Not sure if that's going to happen yet next week or not. But that was one of the ongoing saga of Steve Howe's Mood for a Day here at Totally Guitars. And I haven't seen anybody posting any of this yet, so I hope people are working on it and getting a little bit out of it, especially some of the techniques in there are pretty challenging. So, and then kind of on the other end of the spectrum, we had something a little bit easier. From the Avett Brothers, tune called The Ballad of Love and Hate. Now this was almost a level 1 song. I made it a 2, I think. Can't remember now. But just very simple strumming in 3/4 time, and really enjoyed a lot of songs from these guys. Really down-home, old-timey, just simple folk songs. And they do a great job, though. If you guys haven't checked them out, they do a great job of playing just 2 guitar parts, sometimes guitar and banjo, but 2 guitar parts with capos in different places. Sometimes one might be at the 2nd playing in C, the other one might be at the 7th playing in G, to give you the same chords, but multiple or bigger range of voices in there. So it's been a long time since we've talked about this, but a great way to create a second guitar part is transpose it to a different key and then capo it up to where that key is the same as the key that the first guitar part is being played in. This happens, Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle is a great example of one of those. Can be played with one guitar down here and the other capoed at the 5th. Helps to have the capo on. But anyway, so speaking of Jim Croce, I might have to get to some more of his songs. One of my students was in last night. This morning, this came on the radio. A lot of different versions of that song out there. As a matter of fact, three pop into my head right now. That was probably closer to the version done by... I'm not sure. I don't want to give away the answer. Come up with at least three folks that did that song. And my version was more like the middle one. Okay, but I should get back to work and tell you what else has been going on this week. We had another song. We had David Bowie, Suffragette City. something like that. Your general kind of caveman rock song with a lot of really interesting chord changes though in it. And so I hope people enjoyed taking a look at Dave. We had a couple of student reviews. One was Willem working on Is There Anybody Out There? And then Wednesday. I guess Wednesday was sort of dedicated to one of our longtime members, Beaker. As many of you may have read a while ago, Beaker made a trip down here to down from where he was, coming down from British Columbia, to TG Central, and we did a few lessons, and they were very long and involved, so it took me a long time to get around to working on fly on the wall things for him. But I believe Wednesday we had up, pretty sure it was Wednesday. The days are starting to run together here. But we put up a 4-part lesson, a little over an hour's worth of stuff. The first day, this was all his first lesson, and what we went into mostly in this was answering questions he had kind of about theory, related to modes, chords, all kinds of stuff. So this was we started off with the heavy stuff, and then over the next couple days we got into slightly lighter things that I may bring out as editing time allows. So anyway, that is a very intense fly on the wall, a lot of information in there. I hope you guys had a chance to check it out. We mostly talked about like a Bob Dylan song, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, and particularly the way Jerry Garcia had slightly rearranged it and changed the chord progression, and we talked about why some of the chords he used worked and why some of them worked but shouldn't have, and things like that. So, and then put up a review of Beaker playing Treetop Flyer, a song that a lot of people had requested here as one that they'd like to see a lesson on. And I've sort of begged off doing that one because if you understand a little bit about double drop D tuning and 3 chords that you can mess around with and improvising with a Mixolydian scale, that's all you need to do to play that song. There is not a right way to play it or a wrong way, and I was really proud of Beaker for piecing it together with just the clues rather than tabbing it all out and stuff like that. It's a song designed for experimenting. So hope you guys have a chance to check that out. And one more thing. Today, if all went well, we dropped in with Jack Van Breen. There's a guy here in San Jose named Teddy Randazzo who has put together has got a great acoustic guitar pickup. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about swapping mine out. Don't tell anybody yet, but in this guitar, called the Dazzo pickup. And Jack Van Breen and Larry put together a nice little segment on that. So those of you who have been thinking about looking into amplification solutions for your acoustic guitar, be sure to check out the clip on Teddy Randazzo and his pickups. So next week, I have no idea what's going to happen next week. You just never know. All things in the running, but lately I've been deciding kind of at the last minute what we want to put up there. So it's time to go back to John Renbourn? I don't know. Or we already have this one up? I'm not sure. That just also popped up on the radio this morning as I was working around the yard. So, okay, I have to check out of here. I'm going to leave you with a song I've been thinking about doing a lesson on because I've got some pretty cool fly on the walls. Is that mothers-in-law, brothers-in-law?
We'll get to that someday. Hope somebody out there recognizes it. That's it. I will see you next week.